Namaste, namaste, family of light. To see everybody is on here now. So good to see everyone. Hello, hello, family of light. Did we not do some work? Wow. Did we not do some work? I tell you, intention and prayer is so powerful, so very, very powerful. So let me just say welcome. Oh, and Vonda, I got your email. I'll respond. How amazing, how wonderful. Congratulations. Follow that guidance that comes to you. It's just really, really amazing. Living in the fifth dimension and having a physical 3D experience at the same time. It's just really so amazing. So let's see here. Let me just get some things together. And we are here after the storm. Yes, indeedy. So let me just do one thing here quick, and then we'll get started because there's a bit to chat about. Don't you think? Okay, do that. Okay, that. And let us get our prayers up. Okay. Woo. Here we go. All right. Everything is working. Well, I want to tell you that during Milton, the Cosmic Center did not lose any electricity at all. And that's why I've always said, if you need a safe place on a Monday evening, come to the Cosmic Center. In the 18 years, no matter what was going on, there's always been sort of a safe head. Carol, we did it. We sure did do it. So let me just talk a second about that real quick. And it's so many people, not only in our local community here in Southwest Florida, but really around the world. And we were there was just these several possibilities, just their timelines and their thought forms, which is what we're doing, when we do our prayers at the anchoring light and no global war and, it's dismantling that. So same thing, it's consciousness. And, all you need is a group of dedicated light workers that have the ability to hold a higher light quotient in most times and a higher heart of compassion and unconditional love. There's various degrees to that. But when there is a group singularity consciousness, that says, okay, here's these energies. And as you know, last Monday we did our part, okay, in dissipating. That was a word that was coming in, the dissipation, dissipate, like loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. Because when it's constricted and like that, it's more forceful. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. And for those of you that were there last Monday, well, you already know it was an intention. So usually the anchoring lights, there's no intention. We just show up and whatever is, the thing to do in the moment that's guided by our Amishadai, the higher family of light. But there are times that we could put in an intention. And so we decided to put the intention to address the ferocity of Milton. And with all honor to the elementals, to that energy, we did this before. I thought it was Charlie, but it wasn't Charlie, it was Irma. It was in 2017. Irma was coming in thick and strong, and we did not get that direct hit. And it too got adjusted. So I know we got through Irma, but this one was coming to Sarasota specifically, as it turns out. And what we did, and so many others, there was so much stuff going on. There were prayer chains and everywhere, meditations. It was like so much stuff. Everybody bounded together and created this huge thought form, this huge grimoire, this huge thing that was so enormous, okay, shining its light on Milton. And with the level of respect, understanding it has its purpose. What it was that I understand is this: it was a category 5 in the Gulf. It was, and the governor and all of the other officials were bracing and saying, we're going to be hit with a category 4. That's what they were preparing for, a category 4. As soon, and it was a category 4 right up until it reached Siesta, the area of Siesta Key, and the eye opened. The eye opened up more. And in the opening of that eye, that's when some dissipation came in because it opened and it came down to a mid category 3. A mid category 3. That has made all the difference. Of course, even that mid category 3, there is a lot of devastation. I don't need to tell you that. Okay. So, particularly those people who are on the West Coast, up and down the West Coast, the beaches, the restaurants you're used to going to in our area, like St. Armand's Circle, pretty much you're walking on sand, Lido Beach. I mean, just the whole area has been decimated. And I have a couple of different thoughts on that too, but I would say that for the most part, the people, okay, that I know, the people in our community, everybody fared okay. Let's start off with everybody is alive. So let's start with that one, okay? We're all here, okay? Things can always be replaced, but we are all here. As for myself, my home withstood everything, and I just had some damage to the pool cage and my fencing. But guess what? I'm like, everything just got together. Like I have 6 oak trees, so stuff was like all over the place. But it's like spirit told me to call somebody, and I did. And that day, and I say, hey, by the way, first I was trying to say, is there anybody to come? Because it was just too much work for me and my son to try to do it ourselves. It was just too overwhelming. And this one person never returned a call. Everybody, they're busy. And Spirit said, call this one person, and I did. And he found somebody, and they came in within an hour. And they just cleared up everything. The most fantastic work. Clean. I recommend them. It was just amazing. It was all done because for me, it was like clearing it so I can think, so I can see. So that happened. And then they also did the fence, like 1, 2, 3. It was like, thank you. And then with the pool cage, I have a cousin, which I forgot about when he was a teenager. That's what he did was pool cages. And he reached out to me because I put it on Facebook. He says, hey, Aunt Sharon, I do pool cages. Remember? He doesn't do it now. He's a trucker. But anyway, he came over today. And the good news is that I don't have to replace the whole thing. It's just a part of the frame. He said, oh, I could do that. There's no problem. I'll get this, that. So it's like everything, as I was talking to a friend, I just want to say this. We are part of the larger dynamic of things, of course, but also, don't forget, we are all on our personal journey. And we also can say on our personal journey, okay, that there's certain energetics depending on our expectations and what we want, so it's a very individualized thing. But I would say, from my experience, okay, it was as calm and smooth and easy, if I may say, going through the storm. That was it. Now, was the case for everybody? No. There's still people that don't have power. Okay, there's certain things that are definitely going on that's impactful in a very impactful way. And that's where the compassion comes in. That's where the support comes in. Okay. Hey, this happened great for me. Let me help you. I have the ability. So I hooked up. For example, I know there were 2 people that were having a real challenge time. And I can't go out there and do it, but I know people who could. And I made that connection today just because we're all here. And sometimes when these type of things happen, there's multiple levels. So many multiple levels. If you can imagine a chessboard that is like 3, 4 levels, and your moves affect all these other levels. It's that level of complexity. There's a lot of things going on. Was it natural? Was it manipulated? But also too, Can we continue the world the way it is with its corruption and its pollution? And then number three, is there the higher galactic and cosmic thing to move the ascension? And then number four, are we here to experience, to learn on a soul level? I mean, there's so many things, but I would like to suggest, okay, that real important, real important that we have to be aware. And I truly believe, okay, I always have said this, if there's any time to walk the path of righteousness, it would be now. It would be now that you want to walk the path of righteousness for sure, because I feel that you're going to be guided. I felt strongly, okay, and of course the news, the category 5, oh my God, the panic, the fear, the stuff, people fighting, and gas and the whole of that stuff. Now that was not my experience. That was not my experience, but it was many people's experience, okay, and this whole dynamic also is going to be about how we're going to treat each other. And you know what? It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter. Milton didn't care. Your little hut, a gigantic mansion, the whole wave is going over. Boop. So that's where, the consciousness is like, where somebody, I'm leaving Florida. I'm leaving Florida. So where to? No place is super safe. You're going to run into fires, or earthquakes, or tornadoes, or whatever else they have going on with their poison gas. Who knows what's going on? Yeah. They say, oh my God, the flooding. I know in New Jersey, they got flooded a couple of years ago. I know up there in the Northeast in New York, they had a hurricane and they're not used to it. Well, the same thing has happened in Dubai. Dubai had a flooding that was monumental. So where are you going to go? Where you're going to go is upstairs. That's where our safe haven is. Our safe haven is in the wings of the Almighty. That's why we prayed that 91st Psalm last week, Monday. That's where your safe haven is. Okay, it's not an underground cave. It's not all of this, because I felt this for myself, and I'm only speaking for myself. If I had a sense of foreboding, if there was a guidance to say, watch out, okay, I would take heed. I'll say, okay, you know what? We need to do this. But I didn't have that foreboding at all, because I was just so trusted to say, you know what? I remember that we are powerful co-creators. And I have said that. I said, well, I am going to let it go down. I said, who does she think she is? I said, I think I remember who I am. And I put forth that intention. I said, no, it's going to come as we're going to slow it down. Hey, let's get a group of us together. Okay, so many people throughout the community did the same thing. Let's put forth the higher thought form for ourselves. Let's do that, because we remember our co-creational power to do this. And ladies and gentlemen, as it came over Siesta Key area, that eye opened up. It was barreling down. 5, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, and mid 3. That's what happened. That's what happened. So no matter how bad things are, I don't know, there's a lot of suffering out there. There's a lot. What we can do is we are our brother's keeper. But haven't you seen the humanity that has come out to help and support? I want to tell you, there's so many, and I connect this, I said, a friend of mine, of people who said, I'm here to help and volunteer. What can I do? What can I do? And they have this Hope Network, which I did share with a couple of people. It's called Hope, the Hope Network. And what it is, and I called the number actually, it is a national database, okay, of volunteers who say we are help with cleanup. And the person I spoke to was in North Carolina. Of course, we know what happened in Western North Carolina. And what they do is your zip code, and where there's any volunteers that are going on, it goes, and depending on what needs to be done and priorities, they will send these volunteers to people's homes. I mean, it's just amazing to see the outpouring. Is there the ugly side? Most certainly it is, but we don't put our attention on that. We don't put our attention on that. And are there lessons to be learned? I think so. There's many levels. You have to stop a moment and contemplate. You have to stop a minute and contemplate, with the so-called, what they call the rat race was stopped. The rat race was stopped. You had to take a deep breath, reflect, and think, and think. So anyway, I just want to say that we remember who you are as powerful co-creators. There is no doubt in my mind, none, that we came together, those who remember who they are as powerful beings who hold the similitude of the divine and put forth our powerful intention through prayer, through meditation, through visualization, through affirmation, whichever way it want. That is energy going out as a singularity, a powerful grimoire, a powerful thought form, a powerful potential. And we chose the Christed potential, not the most Armageddon awful potential. We were maybe not able to stop it. We most certainly did mitigate it. I know that. We all know that we did that work. And just as Carol said, we did it. Correct, we did. Is there a lot to do still? Yes. Is there stuff to make us think about how we take care of our planet? Yes. And sometimes we feel that we don't have any power, but I tell you what, as we hold our planet up, as we at least do what we need to do, our recycling, or planting a tree, or whichever way that is, or holding your own consciousness high, we absolutely do make a difference. We absolutely do. Okay, so I'm happy to see everybody here. And over here at the center, everything is beautiful and cleaned up, and it's like, was there a storm? Although you do see a lot of the stuff out there that needs to be done, but the space, I feel like it was a purification, honestly. That there's a lot of purification. I will tell you this, it's definitely the things I've been promising to do that I didn't do, which was like organizing my garage. First time I've seen 2 cars in my garage. I've never seen that in the years I've been living there. But because of this, to park our cars in there, let's see, I guess I'm kind of slowing down here a bit. I was forced to organize and clear out my garage. I was forced to do it, and now I'm going to continue to really get it together. But just to see the open space of my garage was just a blessing, just looking at that. Anyway, so I want to share a couple of things that's coming up this week. We're going to have this coming Wednesday is the Spirit Messages, and that's with Reverend Nancy. That'll be this coming Wednesday on the 16th. And also we have the Gathering of Light Workers. That's with Clark Mumau. That starts from 4 to 6, and that's just people coming together and hanging out and talking and that sort. So yeah, a gathering of friends. That's going to be on Thursday. Yeah, just meeting new people and having discussions. Yeah, it's a great networking opportunity to meet new people and all of that. And at 4 p.m., from 4 to 6 p.m., and Clark is facilitating that over there. Yes, absolutely. And then also on the 18th, which is the Friday, we have our regular Qigong class at 11:30, but in the evening, we have Reverend Ildigo, which is Spiritual Tools for Divine Protection. So she is doing the third one on that. And on Saturday, we're going to be embracing the energies of 1010 for manifesting abundance. And that's something myself and Reverend Nancy has been doing since last year, 8/8. And the following Sunday will be with the Sunday Sabbath with Annie. So please go to our website and you will see all the things we have. We have an exciting November coming up, an excitement was online with 3 different groups praying through the night. Yes. We all were doing that. I was spared in Treasure Island. Yes, you were indeed, Christine. And I prayed with my neighbors. We held hands in a circle, never did that with them, just casual seeing at the dumpster. Yeah, now you know your neighbors. All your neighbors came out, absolutely. All righty, so we are going to get started over here now.